Hey, it's Deborah Atkinson, host of Flipping 50 TV and the Flipping 50 podcast, and I've got a really tricky exercise for you, and I'm so often asked about, what about kettlebells? Well, I'm going to show you this exercise that is essentially a kettlebell exercise without the kettlebell. So you don't need it, and you know, it's very tricky, and I've got certain feelings and opinions professionally about whether everybody needs to do a Turkish get-up or not. And I think there are a lot of ways to skin a cat, to be very cliche, but sometimes cliches have it. So do you need to do a Turkish get-up? Not necessarily, but is it a good test of, do you need a more balanced body strength-wise on the right side and the left side? It's pretty good testing that, okay? So what I'd love for you to do is slip your shoes off. Instead of using a weight when you first get started, what I am going to have you do is use a shoe. So you can hold it in one hand, okay? So I want you to lie back. You're going to lie back on the ground, and you're going to actually put one arm out to the side, and the other arm is going to be holding your shoe, all right? So notice I've got my knee up, one leg extended, and what I'm going to do is I've got to lean into this arm somewhat to come up and bring myself into that position. Then the arm slides in. I'm going to keep my weight here. I'm going to lift here and reach that arm straight up, and this leg is going to come back. Now I can just put the knee down, but I've got to keep this weight up. Now I'm going to stand all the way up, okay? There's a lot of pieces to that. But now we're going to build it back down and then break it down slightly. So I'm going to do the same exact steps in reverse. This leg comes down. This hand is going to come down to the floor to allow me to sweep this leg forward, and I'm going to come back using this arm and my core and then bring it back in. Let's try it again. So the weight first comes up, or the shoe, which is super light. I'm going to reach, but holding something super light can also be harder than holding a weight. We're going to lift up, hips come high, and then back. And I'm going to have you bring it right back here. You could come all the way back into a lunge if you've got that mobility. I'm going to come up and then lift, core nice and tight. So it's all about feeling your whole body in space. Last time down on this side, then we're going to do the other side and see what happens. So it goes like this, stepping back, coming either into a low lunge or the knee down, and then hand down in order to bring my leg through, come down with support through the core, nice and slow, and in. All right. Other side. One leg in, the weight on that leg, this hand out to the side, and I'm going to lean over on this side. Now remember what I said earlier about very often we intuitively do the easiest side possible first. Push straight up and in. Nice. Now just allow yourself to come back down. Keep some kind of eyeball going on here. That arm should be close to your ear. Not as important right now, but as soon as you put weight in it, it will be. We're going to move nice and easy. That leg comes out, back in front. We slide the arm out, slide back, put the brakes on, and down. And let's do it again. Leaning over, core. Use this arm, come up and in. You're going to fold that leg and put it underneath you, in the knee. Hold it right there. So I got a little sloppy with that arm coming out to the side. You can see it. There's no hiding it. And then back and down. Lots of pieces here. Hand comes down. Leg comes sweeping back out. Sit down on your bum, support yourself, carefully, slowly, return, and in. And that's the Turkish get-up. With no weight, but something, have a prop there as you learn it, okay? and then gradually adding a little weight. And that might be a soup can to begin, or a 2 to 3 pound weight, then a 5 pound weight before you ever get to a kettlebell. Especially if you have shoulder issues, you may want to think about not ever adding additional weight up and over your head. Be careful with it. I'll see you on the flip side.